Second grade. Okay, today in phonics, what you are going to do is you're going to work on diagramming sentences. Now, this is something we have done in English, and now we're reviewing in phonics. The difference is that you haven't heard that word before, diagram. All that means is we're going to break up our sentence. We're going to pull some pieces out so that we can see where the noun is and we can see where the verb is. Okay, I've given you quite a few directions today. You're going to be looking at 3 sentences at your house, and you need to take those sentences and correct them. So when you look at them, you're asking yourself, what kind of sentence is this? Is it a declarative, imperative, interrogative, or exclamatory? What is the writer trying to tell me? Okay, and that will, when you can answer that, then you'll know the type of punctuation that you should put at the end. The other thing you need to look at, are things capitalized? There's not capitalization in there. So we know that the first word of our sentence has to be capitalized, but what else has to be capitalized? We have proper nouns. Those are specific people, places, or things that we need to capitalize. You need to fix that. So you're going to fix the mistakes when you write your sentences, and then you're going to diagram them. Okay? So I have an example right here in front of me that I am going to show you so that you know exactly what you are doing on your paper at home. Okay? So I have a sentence that I wrote that says, Mr. Mark ran outside. Mr. Mark ran outside. Now, if you'll notice, I have an abbreviation here for Mr., but it needs to be fixed. I have something here that needs to be fixed, and I don't have anything over here at the end. So step 1 is that I'm going to write it properly, fixing my mistakes. Now, I have some different markers here, so I'm going to rewrite it in black for my example, so that you can see what all I want you to be doing. Okay, Mr. Mark ran outside. Now that sounds like it's just a statement. It's telling me some information, but that's it. It's not a command, it's not asking a question, and we're not excited yet. It's just a statement. So that's a declarative sentence, which means that I am putting a period over here at the end. And you'll notice that I capitalized the M in Mr., but what else did I have to capitalize? I also had to capitalize Mark, because this is a proper noun. So Mr. Mark, I have a title here with his name. It's a specific person, so I had to capitalize both things. Okay? The next thing, my next step, step 2, is that I need to draw a line in between my subject part and the predicate. Okay, the subject is who or what is my sentence about. The predicate answers what are they doing? What is the action? Okay, so Mr. Mark ran outside. What is my subject part? Well, Mr. Mark. Okay, Mr. Mark is my subject part. And what's my predicate? If that's my subject, what's the predicate? Ran outside. So my next step is I'm going to take purple and draw a line in between my 2 pieces of the sentence. Okay, so it's a little bit hard to see, but I have a purple line right here. Subject, predicate. Okay, now if I look in my subject, what is my noun in my subject? Well, I see Mr. Mark is my noun. Mr., is it Mark or is it Mr. Mark? It's Mr. Mark. Mr. is just his title. So I'm going to use orange, and I'm going to draw a circle. Ooh, boy, that's not coming out very well. I'll use red. It's hard to see. I'm going to draw a circle as best as I can around Mr. Mark, because this is my noun. Okay, this is my noun. And what did he do? What's the action? I have 2 words left I can use, ran or outside. My verb is ran. That's what he did. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a box around ran. Okay, so I have my noun and my verb. Hold this up so you can see it. Okay? So Mr. Mark ran outside. The first thing I did when I looked at this, I had to write it correctly. So I capitalized what needed to be capitalized, made sure I had punctuation at the end. Step 2, break up my sentence. That was my second step. Okay, so I wrote it correctly, properly, and then I broke it up between the subject part and the predicate. Step 3, find out and figure out what's my noun in my subject part and what is my verb in the predicate. Okay, I'm circling the verb, drawing a box, circling the noun. I'm circling the noun, drawing a box around my verb. Okay, so you have 3 sentences today. I want you to do this on your 3 sentences. You're going to write them properly. So fix capitalization and punctuation. Step 2, break it up between your subject part and your predicate. Step 3, circle the noun in the subject part and draw a box around the verb and the predicate. Okay, ready, set, go.